when you read the global info statistics, about 70% of the people in the Western region have already made up their minds. It's not about the shouting and the fanfare that they went there to do. And just about 12% said they may change their mind, and 20% are neutral. Even the country itself, Annie, per the research, 80% of Ghanaians have already prepared themselves to change this government. That is why still, as of even July, when the polls were made, President Mahama is leading their candidates very far. President Mahama is in the 50s above, and their candidate is around 30, making somewhere 36 thereabout. So only the people themselves have decided already. But today, I came to tell Ghanaians that it is good that they have made that decision, because they said in the survey that they trust President Mahama to use the 24-hour economy to provide them with jobs. That is what the research said. And when we say we are providing them with jobs, and we are providing them with decent and sustainable jobs. And let me give you something that will shock you. Do you know, per the UN statistics and standard, a police officer to a citizen is supposed to be one police officer to 450 citizens. As I speak with you in Ghana, we are doing one police officer to 800 citizens. And the UN has specifically mentioned this to ensure effective law and order and provide good security for your citizens. And President Mahama said, looking at the gap, Ghana Police Service alone can recruit over 36,000 personnel. And when we tell you that we will run this economy 24 hours, we know what we are talking about. Ghana Police Service alone, the gap from the UN standard, we have a gap of, looking at Ghana's population, around 34.5 currently. The gap alone is 36,000. President Mahama is coming next year to recruit 36,000 police officers. When you look at Ghana Education Service, the gap there alone, the number of teachers and the staff we can recruit into Ghana Police Service is around 98,650. Sustainable and decent employment. I
hope you're taking into consideration.
I will tell you where, yes.
Our revenue generation.
I will give you.
And our
I will
spending,
give you.
right?
Don't worry.
Okay.
Even Cecilia Dapaah's maid can employ nurses. You are not aware.
Oh, but this is corruption and corruption
Ghana Fire
issues.
Service.
You cannot use corruption perception
Ghana
issues
Immigration.
to budget.
Ghana Prison Service, Local Government Service, Forestry Commission, Environmental Health Inspection, Non-Formal Education, Regional IT Hubs and Coders Program. President Mahama in next year alone can provide 1 million jobs for Ghanaians, sustainable and decent jobs. Let me give you the stats. Do you know that the entire country, the public sector just employs, out of the 12 million people who are available to work, the public sector just take about 5.7% of it. Just about 688,000 people. That is what the public sector does. And this is the gap where we are supposed to fill to meet the standard and serve our citizens well. And let me shock you. You see, the funding, you will be amazed. Even the former Interior Minister, what was his name? The one that was reshuffled, Ambrose Derry. He said, Ghana Police Service seriously unstaffed. So it means that we need to recruit police personnel. Recruit more teachers to ease burden, not appeals to genius. This thing was said in July 25th, 2020. That is calling genius to recruit teachers.
It's not just about recruitment.
Annie, I will take you there. I am letting you know that any prudent government with prudent spending and realistic objective can absorb 1 million Ghanaians into the public sector, because the public sector is just employing about 5.7% of the workable population. Let me shock you. So there is a need. Even Dr. Bawumia himself, he said government poised to recruit more personnel into GNFS, that is the Ghana National Fire Service, by Dr. Bawumia himself, March 27, 2024. Honey, this is the projected cost. If we are going to recruit, let me use the police service alone. If you are going to recruit the 36,000 gap to meet the standard, to run the 24-hour economy, to provide adequate security, maintain law and order for Ghanaians, it is only going to cost this country. I was even surprised when I saw the amount, and when I read the Auditor General's report and I saw the monies that are flying about. Employing 36,000 police officers to enhance the 24-hour economy will cost this country 805,460,000. And it's just that. See, President Mahama said he is going to operate a lean government. If he is able to reduce the current state of ministers just by the number 40, the ministers we have today, if President Mahama comes 2025 and reduce it just by the number 40, this country is going to have 63,424,000 for keep. Reducing the number of ministers by 40. If President Mahama is going to reduce the number of presidential staffers by 300, it is going to save this country 279,600,000. I mean, it goes on, and these are well thought through calculations that the NDC has done, and is going to provide Ghanaians with decent and meaningful, sustainable jobs, over 1 million Ghanaians. And I haven't even gone to the National Apprenticeship Program. I haven't gone to the Women's Bank. Jobs alone. So when the NDC comes to tell you we will provide you with jobs, we are giving you data and statistics. Who said there is no demand? We are underperforming under the security service, under the fire service, immigration service and all that. We are not meeting the standard. Yet we have the human resource in the country, but the government is not using the resources to do the needful that will affect the country positively and affect its citizens. Right. So President Mahama is promising the 24-hour economy. There is a huge gap, and we trust that the Ghanaian youth, who per the research believes President Mahama to any other candidate in this country, and that is why President Mahama is leading their candidate by far. We are asking Ghanaians to keep on trusting President Mahama, because he has well calculated plan. He has thought through. He has done it before. How many presidential staffers did he have? How many ministers? All these wasteful things, awarding contracts to president daughters and the rest, all those monies. And the carbon and realignment, what is it meant for? That we are starving Ghanaians. Ghanaians are going, they are going to bed without meal, yet somebody is carbon. You know the funny thing, when monies are allocated to the consolidated fund, it is difficult to find. What is all this carbon for? The carbon and realignment alone, I bet you the amount of money, and even the tax waiver regime that our minority is fighting right now in Parliament. Can you imagine President Akufo-Addo's brother, President Akufo-Addo's in-law, the hotel that he built that he will will to his family? This country gave him 24.5 million. Do you know the number of nurses it can employ? Tax waiving, or in the name of tax waiving. The hotel that President Akufo-Addo's in-law built, you're not aware. We gave him tax waiver of 24.5 million.
Oh, okay.
And it can recruit, employ teachers, sustainable jobs and decent ones, not the by-day jobs.
But that's what your legal frame has provided.
And you see, honey, when the NAPCO trainees were complaining, Dr. Bawumia told his spokesperson, Miracle, to tell them that after all, they weren't having jobs, so they should keep quiet. Now that they have jobs, but they are not paid. This is not what the NDC is promising Ghanaians. We are promising them decent jobs.
Okay.
We are promising them sustainable jobs. And the 24-hour economy is doable, and we are going to do it.
Okay.
And Ghana will not sleep. Everybody will get something to do, and people will have comfortable life. Because what are we looking for, Annie? Simple life, as the youth said.
Okay.